जंग विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतशिष्य माता भैशरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की ISKCON beauty founder आचार्य डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रील प्रभुपाद की जंग विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतशिष्य माता भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्री श्री राधा राज बिहारी ललिता विशाखा जी की श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की श्री श्री गौर निताय की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की समवेत गौर भक्तवृंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jana Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sa Padantikam Vandeham Shri Gura Shri Juta Padakamalang Shri Gurung Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Nitang Tang Sajivam Sadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Nitangscha Namong Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Desatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhubha Evacha Patitanang Papanebho Vaishnavebho Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandha Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanang Namaskritya Narang Chaiva Narottamam Deving Saraswating Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudiraye Nasta Prayesu Abhadreshu Nityang Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki. So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 24. Chapter is entitled Worshipping Govardhan Hill, text number 23. Rajasa Chodita Megha Varsanti Ambuni Sarvataha Prajastair Eva Siddhanti Mahendra Kim Karishyati Rajasa Chodita Megha Varsanti Ambuni Sarvataha Prajastair Eva Siddhanti Mahendra kim karishyati Rajasa chadita megha Varshanti ambuni sarvataha Prajastair eva siddhanti Mahendra kim karishyati. Okay. Vaishnavis, ladies. Rajasa, by passion. Choditaha, impelled. Meghaha, the clouds. Varsanti, poured down. Ambuni, their water. Sarvataha, everywhere. Projaha, the population. Tai, by that water. Eva, simply. Siddhanti, maintain their existence. Maha Indraha, the great Indra. Kim, what? Karishyati, can do. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, S.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Impelled by the material mode of passion, the clouds pour down their rain everywhere, and by this rain, all creatures gain their sustenance. What has the great Indra to do with this arrangement? Purport. Lord Krishna continues his mechanistic explanation of existence, concluding, Mahendra kim karishyati? Who needs the great Indra, since the rain sent by the clouds, which in turn are impelled by the mode of passion, is actually producing everyone's food? The word sarvataha indicates that the clouds magnanimously send their rain even on the ocean, rocks and barren land, where there is no apparent necessity for such sweet water. Mukham karati vachalam pankhul langhaite giring jatkripa tamaham bande Sri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyeswaram. Hare Krishna. So this pastime of worshipping Govardhan Hill and also lifting up a Govardhan Hill by little Krishna is very, very significant. Just like any pastime of Krishna has so many lessons we can learn. In the same way, from these pastimes of lifting up Govardhan Hill, worshipping Govardhan Hill, we can learn so many lessons. So who is Govardhan? Govardhan is simultaneously Bhagavan and also Bhakta. The gopis glorify in Srimad Bhagavatam that the Govardhan is the best devotee. And by doing this Govardhan Puja, Krishna is trying to establish that Govardhan is not different from him. He is Krishna himself. So it's very interesting. He is simultaneously the Lord and also the devotee of the Lord. That's why Govardhan is very special. Rupa Goswami explains in Nectar of Instruction, superior to Vaikuntha is Mathura, superior to Mathura is Vrindavan, superior to Vrindavan is Govardhan, and superior to Govardhan is Radhakund. So explanations are given why this gradation has been established. The Rasikacharyas of our parampara has given explanation of rasa by which this gradation has been established. Why Mathura is superior to Vaikuntha? Because in Vaikuntha, the devotees can reciprocate with the Lord with 2.5 kinds of rasa. Santa, Darsya, and half Sakhya. The devotees in Vaikuntha, they can approach the Supreme Lord in a friendly manner, but maximum they can do handshake. That's why it's not complete, because the prominence of opulence, majesty is there in Vaikuntha planet. The Lord is the master, devotees are the servants. That is the prominent mood. Even the Lakshmiji, they are also serving in that mood, the mood of a servant. Although that is Madhurya Ras, but primarily it is Dasya. So prominence of Dasya is the feature of Vaikuntha planet. But in Mathura, all 5 rasas are there. That's why Mathura is superior to Vaikuntha. Then Vrindavan is superior to Mathura. Why? Because in Vrindavan, all the 5 rasas are without the knowledge of the opulence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But in Mathura, these 5 rasas are mixed with the knowledge of the opulence of the Supreme Lord. Aishwarya Mishrita. The 5 rasas are there, but it is mixed with the knowledge of the opulence of the Supreme Lord. That's why Devaki has that motherly affection, but she knows very well Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But see the situation of Mother Jasoda. She is also having motherly affection. When Krishna was bound by the ropes by Mother Jasoda, that day Balaram was not there. That's why Krishna was caught. So when Balaram came, so Krishna lodged a complaint. He did not mention the name. He said that what kind of injustice? That I am bound whole day. And you are there, but still I am treated like that. This kind of torture. So he lodged a complaint. And Balaram was very angry. And in anger he was shouting, "Who has done this? Who has done this?" He was shouting in anger. Balaram anger is not ordinary anger. Mother Jasoda, when he heard Balaram is talking like that, so Mother Jasoda said, "I have done it. You have any problem?" He said, "You don't know who is Krishna? Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvang pravattate." He started giving a lecture about Krishna. Then after hearing that lecture, then Mother just asked, "Then who are you? If Krishna is like that, then who are you?" He said, "I am Ananta Shesh." And he started talking about his identity. And Mother just said, "Oh, all the lords have to come in my house. They don't have any other place." Then she took her stick. As soon as Balaram saw the stick in the hand of Mother Jasoda, he ran away. And he told Krishna, "I told you that don't try to do something with Mother Jasoda. There I cannot do anything." The Krishna and Balaram, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they are scared to see the stick in the hand of Mother Jasoda. That is Vrindavan. So that's why Vrindavan is superior to Mathura. Then Govardhan is superior to Vrindavan. Why? Because in Govardhan, Madhurya Ras is most prominent. Actually, only Madhurya Ras is there, but some sakhas, Priya, Narma Sakha, they are there. Those who are engaged in the service of helping Krishna to get connected with the gopis. That's why Govardhan is superior to Vrindavan. And why Radhakund is superior to Govardhan? In Radhakund, only male allowed is Krishna. Other than Krishna, in Radhakund pastimes, only female, only the gopis are allowed. So, exclusively, Madhurya Ras is there at Radhakund. That's why Radhakund is the topmost place. So, today's discussion is not Radhakund, today's discussion is Govardhan. So, Govardhan is almost topmost, the topmost place in the spiritual world. So, Krishna wanted to establish that. So, here the discussion is going on because as a tradition, as a custom, the Brajavasis used to do Indra Puja. Why? Because Indra is the universal departmental head of rain department. HODs are there in universal management also. So, Indra is very powerful demigod. Why? Because he controls the rain. And all living creatures, they need rain for their sustenance. And Brajavasis, they depend on Krishi, Goraksha, and for that they need water. And Indra is the demigod of that department. That's why as a tradition, they offer puja to Indra to please him so that they can get rain in abundance. And that was the tradition for many, many years. But Krishna wanted to stop that tradition. Why? In Bhagavad Gita it is said that if you worship Krishna, then there is no need to worship anybody else. That is the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna knew that he has to speak Bhagavad Gita. And in order to speak, you have to act also, Acharya. So he wants to demonstrate that you have to demonstrate the teachings of Bhagavad Gita beforehand so that your words will have potency. So he is practicing that. So he thought, better I establish this principle in Vrindavan. If Krishna is pleased, everybody will be pleased. And Prabhupada gives the example of giving water at the root of the tree and giving food in the stomach of the body. If you pour water at the root of the tree, the whole tree is nourished, right? And if you give food to the stomach, the whole body will be nourished. There is no need to give water to different branches, leaves, twigs, no need. In the same way, if you give food to the stomach, there is no need to give food to other parts of the body. But there is higher principle of that also. There is higher principle. Why do you water the root of the tree? Actually, we are not pouring water at the root of the tree. We are pouring water where? On the soil. Then it goes to the root. It's not that every day we take out the tree out of the soil and the branches come out and we put water, then again we do like that. We don't do like that. We give the water, pour the water on the soil, and through soil it goes to the root. In the same way, we don't food, every day we don't do operation of our stomach, no? Take out of the stomach and put food in the stomach, no? We give the food into the mouth and it goes to the stomach. So pleasing Krishna is not possible directly. That is a higher principle. Just like in order to pour water, you need the medium of the soil. In order to give food to the stomach, you need the medium of mouth. In the same way, in order to please Krishna, we have to take the medium of pleasing the devotees. So we can please Krishna only through pleasing the Vaishnavas. That is the principle. That's why we cannot have direct access to Krishna and please him. That principle is not there. That's why Krishna says that who claims that he is a devotee of mine, he is not my devotee. Who is the devotee of my devotee is my devotee. That is the principle. So we have to learn to serve Krishna in the association of devotees by taking shelter of the association of devotees. Prabhupada says, becoming pure devotee without the association of devotees is phantasmagoria. Does not exist. So we have to learn how to stay in the association of devotees. Why? Because Krishna is always surrounded by devotees. One of the sweetness of Krishna is that he is always surrounded by devotees. How many devotees? I explained also in previous classes here. How many devotees? Unlimited number of devotees. Unlimited. So in order to have access, you have to become really humble. Because if there are so many people, there is a tendency to be lost. In the same way, if we don't know the system, that's why Rupa Goswami explains, if you want to enter into Vrindavan, you have to take shelter of a resident of Vrindavan. Otherwise, you will be lost. If you are in a big crowd, if you know someone, and easily you can enter into that crowd, right? But if you don't have that, then it will be lost. And your ego will be hurt also. So, in order to protect our devotional service, in order to be safe in our devotional service, in order to avoid that we will be being lost in devotional service, we have to take shelter of the devotees. Then we will be connected. Because Krishna is unlimited, his devotees are also unlimited, but we are not unlimited, we are very insignificant. So in order to be connected with that unlimited feature, we have to take shelter of a devotee, a pure devotee of Krishna. So here, Krishna is trying to teach us the position of Govardhan. And also, he is teaching so many lessons to this pastime. Time is limited, we will go one by one. Indra is the main character in this pastime. So Indra was receiving the worship every year. Intoxication is very unfavorable for our devotional service, right? That's why one of the regulative principles is to avoid intoxication. But there are gross intoxications and subtle intoxications. Give up gross is not so difficult. But giving up the subtle is very, very difficult. What is that intoxication? Expecting respect. That is very subtle and very powerful. How powerful it is? I narrate a story, small story. There is a sadhu. He renounced everything. He gave up his family, he gave up everything, and he started residing on a hill outside of the village. And he was doing bhajan, tapasya, austerity. And by seeing his renunciation, by seeing his devotion, by seeing his life, that is a tradition of this country. The villagers used to offer different kinds of gifts and used to offer different kinds of respect, just like a Vyas Puja type. Every year on a particular tithi. All the villagers, they go together, go to the hill, offer different kinds of gifts to him, and offer respects to him, and they used to come back. And that was happening for how many years? Every year, on a particular tithi. So on a particular year, that tithi came. That particular moment also came. But the problem is, whatever that sadhu was getting was not coming. And what happened, because he was getting this for every year, expectations went up, and he developed attachment. Deep attachment. So, but they are not coming. But he was expecting. He thought maybe today is not the right day, so he checked the right tithi. He said maybe the muhurta has not come. He checked, muhurta is also there. So what he did, he came out from his bhajan kutir and started looking whether villagers are coming or not. And he thought, I am not able to see, so better climb up on a tree. So he climbed up, started seeing whether villagers are coming or not. He climbed up, and he went really on the top of the tree. And the branch of the tree at the top was not so strong. It broke, and the sadhu also fell down and broke his bone. So that is the result of subtle intoxication. The bone will be broken. So, in the same way, our acharyas are explaining that who is a Vaishnava? Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, Kanako Kamini Pratishtha Bhagini Chhariyache je sei to Vaishnava. Vaishnava life, especially Gauriya Vaishnava life, is very simple. And philosophy is also very simple. But is very deep. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada says, who is a Vaishnava? Who gives up three things. What are three things? Kanak. Kanak means wealth, gold. Kamini. Kamini means attraction for opposite sex. Kamini. Then Pratishtha. Desire for respect. So our acharyas are explaining giving up wealth is difficult. Giving up the desire for sex life is more difficult. And giving up the desire to expect respect is most difficult, almost impossible. More subtle, more difficult. So Indra was also having that position. You have to understand that Krishna, we should not undermine the position of Indra. We should be very, very careful. Indra is a very special personality. He is a very dear devotee of Krishna. So Krishna teaches through his dear ones. So Krishna is teaching through Indra that if someone is having a high position and habituated to get respect on a regular basis without any effort, then what happens? Ego magnifies. And this ego is very subtle and very, very powerful. And ego comes from ignorance. When we have this kind of artificial position, and problem is that having a position is not a problem, but identifying with that position is the problem. Having respect is not a problem, but expecting respect is a problem. But when we live in the principle of ignorance, we start expecting respect. And if we don't get the expected respect, we become disturbed. That shows attached. That's why you have to test whether we expect respect or not. If someone is respecting, then we feel happy. Right? If someone is not giving respect, then we feel disturbed. I am senior, I am not getting respect. That shows that we are attached to the position of respect. So that is the natural condition of every living entity in this world. That's why you are here. So Krishna doesn't want his devotee to stay in that condition. So he wanted to smash the ego of Indra. So first lesson to be learned from this pastime is that Krishna takes care of his devotees very wonderfully. So Krishna is helping Indra. Krishna helps everyone, and especially his devotees. So he is helping a devotee who is a devotee but who is attached to prestige. How Krishna deals? He smashes his ego. So how he could do that? He stopped the worship. That's the only way it can be done. That was the understanding of Krishna. So those who are intelligent, they will learn and they will not go through that kind of experience what Indra went through. It is a very painful experience because his respect was smashed. The worship for years and years, Krishna stopped it. That's why I give a very simple formula how to be free from this ego by our own practice. EGO. I think I explained here also, but better to discuss again. E means engage in menial services. G means give credit to others. And O means offer respects to others. If we practice these principles on a regular basis, on a daily basis, then it will be very easy to keep our consciousness in a proper state. We will always remember who we are. So first is engage in menial services. That's why in Gurukul system of education, education means character building. And how character building can be done? Through menial services. That's why in our New Bhakta program, Prabhupada always introduce whoever you may be, you have to do menial services. And that is the system of Gurukul education also. You can be the son of the king, you can be the son of the minister, you can be the son of a big businessman, but when you are in Gurukul, you have to engage in menial services. Because that makes our consciousness grounded. Then we can understand who we are. Jiver Sarupay Krishner Nitya Das. Advaita Acharya, he is Mahavishnu. And when he comes as Advaita Acharya, he plucks the flowers, makes the garland and offer it to the Supreme Lord. Engage in all kinds of menial services. By this, Mahaprabhu is teaching, in order to be free from ego, we have to always engage in menial services. The Lakshmiji is in Vaikuntha planet. Spotless clean Vaikuntha planet. There is no dust like this world. But they also broom the floors, cleans the floors. Why? Because that is the constitutional consciousness of a pure devotee. Those who are pure, they always like to be engaged in this kind of services. So engage in menial service is very, very important. Then G means give credit to others. This world is the world of taking credit and giving blame. If success comes, there is a competition to claim who is the person, cause of that success, right? As soon as failure comes, everybody runs away. Who doesn't want to claim that I am the cause of the failure? We always want to be the part of the success story. and they cannot be the leader. What to talk about a devotee? So devotee principle is giving credit to others and taking blame on oneself. Completely opposite. So when Prabhupada was glorified for his success, Prabhupada always told that this success is because of the hard work of my young boys and girls, my disciples, and because of the mercy of my spiritual master. So he always gave the credit to superiors and also his disciples. That's how he practiced. Once, a person came into the Guru Puja of ISKCON. That time Prabhupada was there on this planet. And he saw Guru Puja was going on. And we sing Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. And that person saw that Prabhupada was also singing. Devotees are also singing. Prabhupada was also singing. Actually, that person was a Swami from other Sampradaya in South India. Then he asked one Maharaj that how come your Swamiji is doing his own puja? Because those who are offering flowers, they are singing. And he said, I have noticed that he is also singing. He was confused. That Maharaj told, actually he is not doing his own puja. Just like we are offering puja to him, and we are singing Sri Guru Charana Padma. So he is not accepting that puja. He is offering that puja back to his spiritual master. And that's why he is also singing. That's why he is a fit person to be in the Guru Parampara. This is the meaning of transparent via media. Transparent via media means who does not hold any puja with him. Because there is only one person who is worthy of worship. That is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why every worship has to be transferred to that origin, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And a person in Guru Parampara knows that very well, and he acts on that platform. So that is the meaning of giving credit to others. Okay? And third one is offer respect. We expect respect, but we don't like to offer respect. But spiritual life means offering respect. Offer respect is a practice. Expecting respect, you don't have to practice, because we have practiced so much. But to offer respect, we have to practice. We have achieved siddhi in expecting respect, but we have to practice to offer respect. That's why every day morning we offer respect to the Vaishnavas. Whether you want, don't want, whether in the mind there or not, we have to offer, because that is a practice. Mancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanang papanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Whether we have respect or don't have respect, we practice. Somebody asked one of Prabhupada disciple that this is mechanical. He said, yes, practice means mechanical. But you should not be duplicitous. Then how it will come? He said, you should practice it. He said, fake it till you make it. But you have to be sincerely practicing it, not duplicitously practicing it. We should recognize that we don't have respect for the Vaishnavas. Still we are doing it because that is needed. We need to practice to offer respect to others. And Srila Prabhupada says, there are 3 levels of Vaishnavas depending on the level of this offering respect. Kanishta, Madhyama and Uttama. So Prabhupada explains, a Kanishta offers respect only to 2 personalities. The Supreme Personality of Godhead and the spiritual master. Nobody else. That is the platform of Kanishta. And who is Madhyama? Who offers respect to all the devotees, all the Vaishnavas. That is Madhyama. And who is Uttama? Who offers respect to each and every living entity. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings, Sakole Samman Korite Sakoti Dehonatha Jatha Jatha Tabe to Gaibo Harinamo Sukhe Aparado Habe Hata. We always said, Prabhuji, how we can chant the holy name without any offense? This is the formula. We have to practice to offer respect. When you learn that, then slowly quality of chanting will improve. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur is very clearly establishing that. And that will be possible only by the mercy of the spiritual master. We always want mercy, mercy. How we can know that one has received the mercy of the spiritual master? It can be known by what kind of respect that disciple is offering to others. That is the proof of the mercy of the spiritual master. Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya. That is the meaning of the mercy of the spiritual master, by which a disciple cultivates the quality of offering respect to anyone and everyone. That is the proof of the disciples receiving the mercy from the spiritual master. So now question may come, how it is possible? Generally you offer respect to who? Those who are, although you don't have respect, or you offer respect because those who are high position. And those who are trying to get something out of someone, offer respect. Prabhupada used to say, Oti Bhakti Chorel Lakkhan. If someone is offering too much respect to someone, you must understand there is something wrong. Because too much devotion is the symptom of a thief. If you are offering so much respect, means you want to get something out of that person. Too much devotion is not also good, and too less devotion is also not. We should have a balanced approach. You should practice giving respect. So how it is possible? It depends on our spiritual vision. We have to be knowledgeable. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane go bihastini sunichaiva sapakecha pandita samadarshina. What is the symptom of knowledge? What is the symptom of spiritual knowledge? In this world, if you get degree, you become proud. But real knowledge means that knowledge which makes one humble. Vidya vinaya sampanne. A tree who has lot of fruits, that always bend. And tall trees, they don't have any fruit. That is the nature of this world. So those who are having wonderful qualities, they always remain humble. Because that is the ornament of a devotee. So, spiritual vision. A devotee, Uttama Bhakta, he does not see only the soul, he also sees the super soul in everyone's body. And super soul is the Supreme Lord. So wherever there is Lord, that place becomes a temple. Just like when you see temple, then we offer respect to that temple, right? That is natural. A Uttama Bhakta doesn't have to come to the temple to see the Lord. He can see the Lord in every living entity's body. That's why he does not see the body. He sees every body as the temple. Because Paramatma is there. And in that vision, he naturally offers respect. That's why Raghunath Das Goswami used to offer respect minimum 2000 times every day at Radha Kund. Why? Because everybody used to come to see him and he used to offer it back. When disciple used to offer respect to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he used to say, I am your servant. He used to offer respect back. That is a natural position of a Uttama Bhakta. So giving respect, offering respect is very, very important principle. So by that we can understand that in order to be free from the problem of ego, we have to practice this. Engage in menial service, give credit to others, and offer respects to others. So that is the first lesson we can learn from this pastime. Second lesson, very important lesson, that Krishna is the protector. And that is the symptom of surrender of a devotee. Avasya rakhibe Krishna. The Krishna will protect. Krishna is the protector. So Krishna, through this pastime, is showing to the whole world, see the position of the Brajavasis. So Krishna told, stop Indra Puja, they stopped. Unlimited faith in the words of Krishna. That is also a symptom of surrender. So after they did that, what happened? They did not have pleasant experience after that. They had to face difficulties. So when we surrender to Krishna, there will be difficulties. That is the lesson. Devotional service is not a bed of roses. That everything will be rosy and cozy, everything will be so wonderful, no problem. That's why people come. So many problems, better come to Krishna, no problem. That is the biggest problem in the understanding. So when you come to Krishna, or to talk about reducing the problem, rather problem is magnified. And don't be scared by that. Because Krishna gives the strength and understanding and consciousness. In difficult times, the devotees take more shelter of Krishna. As soon as Indra started disturbing the whole Braj, all the Brajavasis came to Krishna for shelter. So difficulties turned into opportunities to become more Krishna conscious. That is the lesson to be learned from this pastime. Devotees, they don't take difficulties as difficulties. They take difficulties as opportunities to surrender more. And that exactly happened to Parikshit Maharaj also. When he was cursed to die, he never complained. He was not disturbed. He thought this is the opportunity to surrender more to Krishna. That's why Srimad Bhagavatam was revealed. In the same way here, Brajavasis, they took shelter of Krishna in difficult time, and because of that, Govardhan pastime was manifested. So, rains will be there, winds will be there in our life also, but we have to know how to respond. So when difficulties come, a Krishna conscious person goes to Krishna and takes shelter. Because Krishna is the protector. And that is a symptom of Saranagati. So character of a person is tested in difficult times. So character of Brajavasis was shown to the whole world by Krishna, by putting them in difficult situation. So whether you are a devotee or not devotee, difficulties will be there, challenges will be there, calamities will be there. Before Krishna appeared, Brajavasis were in a very happy condition of life externally and peaceful condition of life. As soon as Krishna appeared in Gokul, problem started. Kamsa became very active. All kinds of problems started in Vrindavan. But in that problematic situation, in that position of calamities, Brajavasis were completely Krishna conscious and they took shelter of Krishna. So in that pastime of Govardhan, lifting of Govardhan, Krishna is showing to the whole world the topmost position of the Brajavasis as devotee. So Brajavasis are the topmost devotees. Why? Because they take complete shelter of Krishna in every situation of life. Then, what is the lesson for us? First lesson is that when we practice Krishna consciousness, we should not think that there will not be any difficulties. Difficulties will be there. And difficulties will increase. It is said at the level of Ruchi, Saranagati is complete. Complete surrender. Je jathamang prapaddante tang tathaiva bhajamaham. And he also says sarvadharman parityajya mamekang saranang braja. Ahang tang sarva papebha moksha sami masucha. If you surrender to me completely, I will take care of you completely. If someone is completely surrendered to Krishna, Krishna takes complete charge of the devotee. So at the level of Ruchi, although Saranagati is complete, but still impurities are there, subtle impurities, not the gross impurities. So Krishna wants to purify that subtle impurities also. And how he does that? By putting that devotee into more difficult situation. Because if you are in a comfortable situation, we attract anarthas. And if we are in difficult situation, that helps us to purify our anarthas. Krishna knows that. That's why Krishna puts this devotee into difficult situation, and through that situation, devotee gets purified. Then complete purity is done. Now he is pure. So what Krishna will do? So now love of Godhead is manifested. But Krishna wants to intensify the love of his pure devotee. And how he does that? By putting that devotee, premik bhakta, into more difficulty. To intensify the love. So when love is intensified, then what to do? Then again, he puts that devotee into difficulty to show to the whole world how his pure devotee responds in difficult situation. He uses that example to preach to the whole world about the topmost position of his pure devotees. So in that way, this world remains the world of difficulty. Whether you are a devotee or not a devotee, whether you are fully surrendered or not fully surrendered, whether you are a premik bhakta or not premik bhakta, difficulties will be the integral part of material existence. But when someone takes complete shelter of Krishna, the greatest difficult situation cannot touch that pure devotee because he takes complete shelter of Krishna. That's why Indra wanted to flood the whole Braj, but not a single drop of water was there in Braj because Brajavasis took complete shelter of Krishna. Nothing can touch a devotee when he is completely at the shelter of Krishna. But we need to have that faith. Avasya rakhive Krishna. Brajavasis had that complete faith. Haridas Thakur had that kind of complete faith. Prahlad Maharaj had that kind of complete faith. Parikshit Maharaj had that kind of complete faith. Srila Prabhupada had that complete faith. That's why nothing could disturb the devotional service of a pure devotee. So time is almost up, so I'll stop here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. You can ask few questions because time is a little bit available.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for your class describing very practically the solution by ego 3 points. And also, you mentioned very nicely that the second lesson which you are giving about faith, that the practical sign of faith is that ability to convert difficulty into opportunity. So, then you are mentioning, Prabhuji, this giving credit to others. And then you are mentioning two examples from Srila Prabhupada's life. That Srila Prabhupada said that, my disciples did everything. And also Prabhupada was singing Guru Puja to his Guru. So, then when it comes to our practice, Prabhuji, it maybe mechanically said that, no, I did not do this service. All the devotees did that service. But then how to differentiate that actually I am giving credit? how practical.
When you don't have in your heart, you are fully convinced that I am the cause of all causes. That is the conviction we have. But we have to change that consciousness, that's why we have to practice. Even if in my heart I am convinced that I am the cause of all success, still try to practice to give credit to others. When you say things again and again, then slowly your consciousness will change. Even if it is not from your heart, but you practice it. Because you are philosophically convinced that I am not the doer. Krishna says also in Bhagavad Gita that you are not the doer. In this material world, 3 modes are working. And the spiritual consciousness, Krishna is doing everything directly. So in that consciousness, you have to practice. And when you practice it, although it is not from the heart, then slowly consciousness will change. But you have to practice it. And that is the tapasya. That is the main austerity, to give credit to others. Okay?
Thank you, Guruji.
हरे कृष्ण गुरु जी, हिंदी में पूछूंगा।
हाँ, पूछिए।
हम शास्त्र पढ़ते, फिलॉसफी जानते, लेकिन जब डिफ़िकल्टीज आती है तब बुद्धि काम नहीं करती है। तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में और जब ये डिफ़िकल्टी आके हमको परेशान करके चली जाती है, तब जाके फिर पता चलता है ये तो एकदम सिंपल था, मैं ऐसा करना चाहिए था। तो उस समय क्यों नहीं कृष्ण हमको हेल्प करता है?
कैसे?
उस समय उस डिफ़िकल्ट सिचुएशन में जब हमारी बुद्धि, तब क्यों हमें हेल्प नहीं करते कृष्ण अंदर से?
कृष्ण तभी हेल्प करेगा जब आप चाहते हैं ना।
प्रे तो करते हैं ना।
जब हम लोग शरणागत होंगे तब कृष्ण हेल्प करेगा। हम लोग सोचते हैं, हमारा प्लान लगाते हैं, तो भगवान सोचेगा आपका प्लान लगाओ, मेरा क्या ज़रूरत है। शरणागति का मतलब मेरा प्लान काम नहीं करेगा, ये विश्वास। भगवान मेरा प्लान मैं छोड़ना चाहता हूँ, आपका प्लान आप लगाइए। ये फ्रीडम जब भगवान के देंगे तब भगवान ज़िंदगी में आएगा ना, तो ये तो किया ही आएगा। अननेसेसरी नहीं बुलाएंगे तो गेस्ट आएगा क्या? तो भगवान को ज़िंदगी में के ले आने के लिए उनको बुलाना पड़ेगा। लेकिन हम लोग तो नहीं चाहते हैं भगवान को बुलाने में। जब प्रॉब्लम आता है तब बुलाने का कोशिश करते हैं थोड़ा, लेकिन ज़िंदगी में उनको बुलाना नहीं चाहते हैं हम लोग, इसलिए वो नहीं आते। जब हम लोग उनके शरण में पूरा चले जाएंगे तब वो जरूर आएंगे। मारो भी राखो भी जो इच्छा तुम्हारा, जब हमारा कॉन्शियसनेस ऐसा रह जाएगा, हर स्थिति में आप ही भगवान, मेरे आप छोड़ के मेरा कोई है नहीं ज़िंदगी में, जब ऐसा भाव आएगा तो भगवान जरूर आएगा। द्रौपदी की ज़िंदगी में ऐसे ही हुआ ना, जब वो उसका हो रहा था वस्त्र हरण, तो भगवान नहीं आ रहे थे। जब उन्होंने पूर्ण शरणागत हो गई तब भगवान तुरंत आ गए। तो पूर्ण शरणागत होना चाहिए भगवान को ज़िंदगी में के आने के लिए, नहीं तो नहीं आएगा भगवान। क्यों आएगा? क्योंकि हमारा तो प्लान प्रोग्राम चल रहा है। ठीक है? हरे कृष्ण।
थैंक यू गुरुजी। आप बता रहे थे, यू आर मेंशनिंग दैट ऑफरिंग रिस्पेक्ट। सो यू आर मेंशनिंग दैट इवन दो वी आर डूइंग एक्सटर्नली रिस्पेक्ट, in the heart actually I may not be respectful to the devotee or to some other devotees, and duplicity may be there, so we have to.
Duplicity is not good. We should be sincerely practicing. Duplicitous people will not get any benefit. That is called hypocrisy.
So
what is the meaning of hypocrisy? You are doing respect because of some benefit you want to get. But when you practice sincerely that I don't have respect but I am doing it because that's needed for me to purify my life. When you do that with sincerity, that is called sincere practice. When the purpose is sincere, that is sincerity. When the purpose is duplicitous, that is duplicity.
Thank you, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Roji, just now you told that surrender means our plan and efforts will not work. But at the same time, you said that Krishna put us in the difficulties to purify to us.
Huh?
You said that ki surrender means our plan and efforts will not work at all.
No. That should be the consciousness. We may plan, but ultimately Krishna's plan works. You have to plan, otherwise you will become inactive. That's why surrender doesn't mean inaction. Do your best and leave the rest. That is a symptom of surrender. Plan your work, but don't plan for the result. That is the meaning of surrender. Okay? Any other question you had?
No, that wasn't.
Okay. Okay then, Hare Krishna. You have any question?
Hare Krishna. You gave the solution how can we come out from the ego.
It's not my solution, it's Shastra's solution.
So with the acronym of ego, engaging in menial services. So when we engage ourselves in menial service, that time another kind of ego comes, that I am a very nice devotee, I am doing menial services, humble devotee.
Yes.
So how can we understand?
This is the anartha coming out from humility. So Krishna is testing us at every step. That's why you have to be very, very careful. The greatest anartha to think that I am the humble devotee. I am so humble. This is the pride of humility. Okay. So everything should be handled properly. You are nice. As soon as you start thinking like that, then you are in Maya. Okay. Somebody told Prabhupada, I am most fallen. Prabhupada said, you are not most of anything. Telling someone that I am most fallen, that is also symptom of pride. Okay. So our life is life of pride, what to do. But we have to sincerely try to purify that. That's why we need a guru at every step of our life to guide us, that we are not making mistakes. Okay? Hare Krishna. I am giving confusing answers, looks like, creating more questions.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, like you mentioned, we should take blame. Okay, sometimes we do service and some mistake happen or not happen to the with devotees. So we should, if we say, okay, I do this.
That is the quality of a leader. When team is working, if success comes, you should give the credit to your team members. When failure comes, you should take the credit, take the blame. But opposite happens in this world. As soon as success comes, the leader claims that he is the main person behind that. But when failure comes, he gives the blame to the team members. The quality of a leader, that he should give the credit to the team members and takes the blame. That will create the team intact and motivated. Okay? Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Giriraj Govardhan ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.